Body Power was, I think it was like about last month, so I'm a bit late on the whole posting thing, but I managed to, while I was there, I went to the Gymshark Expo as well, and managed to speak to quite a few of the athletes about their training habits, nutrition, and just what are their schedules like, because obviously they've all got great figures, and I wanted to know how does nutrition impact their lives? Like, do they think it's really important? What aspect do they think is important about it? Because I know you might find some people who don't really take a big part of nutrition, it's not something they implement, but as studying sports nutrition, I know how important it is for performance and just general health. So hearing from some of them was very reassuring, and I managed to speak not necessarily interviewed, but I managed to speak to Karina L, who's massive Gymshark sponsors, and she's a bit of a badass, and she's really awesome. So it was really cool to speak to her and get her to say how she finds nutrition impacts her life. And obviously you've got to have a varied lifestyle. You can't just, unless you're, of course, if you're a bodybuilder and you need to be on point with everything, like to the gram of like weighing up food, etc. That's a different story. But for like, in terms of general health, and if you're an athlete who generally needs the energy for all this food, it's very, very important to include in your diet. And as you'll see in a minute, Karina explains how important it is to her life and how she implements it into a balanced lifestyle in her life. Because that's the best thing, balance. And that is the main point I want to illustrate, balance. Because you can have the cleanest diet going and then have the weekend where you just splurge and it knocks your confidence a bit and you feel a bit rubbish. It's never gonna lie, like if you can like go a couple of days with eating clean and the next day you eat junk food, and at the weekend you eat junk food, and it's all gonna bounce back. It's really how your food total for that week, say you eat like a bit more of a balance, so you include a bit more unhealthy foods in the week, but you're very consistent with that. Whereas if you're very clean and then on Saturday and Sunday you're out with your friends, you go drinking and you eat a ton of unhealthy food, it could be the same. It could be the same input, same output, and could lead to a calorie surplus, which is obviously not wanted if your aim is for weight loss. But yeah, so you've definitely got to be mindful of that. And it was really good speaking with Karina because she's got an amazing body, as I'm sure all of you are aware. But it was really great to hear her point of view of how like balance in her life is basically the main message to alliterate, because she's an athlete, she needs the nutrients, she needs the food, and she knows what to do to her body. So I hope you guys like the video, and please comment and like.
As an athlete, how important is nutrition for you?
Okay, my name's Karina L. We're at the Gymshark pop-up event. We're going to talk a little bit about nutrition.
Yeah, how important is nutrition?
It's 90% of everything about having a lean belly and abs, and if you want it's everything. It's how you fuel your body to perform. So I will say, I'm going to admit, I don't eat the best, but because I'm a high performance athlete, I can use those calories as, I don't consider food bad or good necessarily, but I use it all as fuel for workouts. But that's because I'm quite active. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends on your lifestyle. Yes, I know how my body reacts to food.
Yeah. And if you don't follow her already, go follow her, Karina.
At Karina ELLE. Peace out.
It was just really good to see how nutrition really like kind of impacted her life, and I didn't catch all of it on film, but what I did, she was just explaining how it's important for, obviously never mind aesthetics, but it's important for everyday life. So whether or not like cognitive function, whether, believe it or not, it's very, if you restrict your food too much, you're gonna affect your cognitive function. So the way you think, you're not gonna be focused, you're gonna have a less attention span, etc. So in that aspect, it's really important. It's not just, don't just put it out there saying eat healthy for a good body. It's the main thing I want to put out there is that for health, like if you're missing out certain food groups, you're probably going to be very deficient in an area, which is, you don't want that. You want to try and be as balanced and varied as you can, because that's what's going to be the ultimate. Most important is when you're older, you want to live a happy life, don't you? I mean, sometimes you can be the healthiest person in the world and then get some kind of illness. It's things like that happen, but the best thing to go about it is just living a healthy life and like eat foods you enjoy. It's not, I'm not saying restrict all these good foods. I mean, I'm pretty good with my diet, I'm a very clean eater, but like last night I went after the World Cup game was on, and we went, me and Alice, one of my friends, on a nutrition course. We went and watched the England game. We won, by the way, 1-0. 1-0. Oh my god, it wasn't 1-0. It was 2-1, sorry. Yeah, we went and got a waffle afterwards, and I got a banoffee waffle. I had banana, it had toffee sauce, it had ice cream and powdered sugar. It's amazing. It was great. Almost finished it. Yeah, I left a little bit, but it was almost finished. Yeah, like you've got to go and have fun like that. You can't restrict yourself so much that you're going to be unhappy. Eat foods that you enjoy, but just in moderation. Choose about your smaller portion sizes. That's a big thing as well. Like if you're eating nutrient dense foods, you can't, like say your vegetables like broccoli, chicken and things like that, you can eat a little bit more, and obviously because they're very nutrient dense you can afford to eat a little bit more, but even still you don't want to overindulge in that, because then you could lead to overeating calories. So I think the best thing just to reiterate is just have balance. Like, know when you're full. A lot of the time we think, oh, I need to have something to eat. Like, oh, I think I'm hungry, but I don't know. So a lot of the time you probably aren't, you're not even hungry. You're just snacking on food because you're bored, and I get that. Just know that it's okay to have these treats once in a while, but like depending on what kind of athlete you are, then obviously it's going to influence what you have. But just if you just really don't think nutrition is important, and people are genetically, and I say genetically, I mean genetics are really important, and they come down to a lot of number of factors, like so sports. Most athletes will be genetically gifted, but obviously they've worked incredibly hard for it as well. But a lot of the time I think genetics that word gets sprung out too much, like you have great genetics, like that's why you look so good. And really, potentially yes, your genetics will have a nice effect towards that, but really if you're working your ass off every single day, eating the right foods, working hard day in and day out, knowing when to have rests, that's when you see results. And if you're not seeing results, then there's definitely something going wrong. But yeah, just overall message, nutrition is important, and please take the time to enjoy the foods you like, but balance it out. Don't restrict yourself too much, don't overindulge. It might take a while to know what your body can handle, how much you can eat, how it affects your digestion, etc. But just take time to enjoy foods. That's all I'm saying, enjoy foods. But yeah, I hope you like the video. She's a bit crazy, but I love it. She's amazing to me, lovely person. And yeah, I hope you enjoy what she has to say. It's only brief, but she knows how important nutrition is. So if you want to look like her, don't have those abs. I haven't got as great abs as Karina, but I'll give it a go. Oh, the lighting. Karina, probably not on par with you, but I tried. But yeah, hope you guys like it.
You got that something that I